Imagine this, a raging sea, waves smashing ships, and winds blowing mercilessly. In the middle of that chaos, a massive Spanish galleon loaded with gold, silver, and emerald sails back from the New World to Europe. But fate was waiting for her. This isn't fiction, it's a true story. The story of the sunken treasure of the ship Nuestra Señora de Atocha, a treasure much of which remains lost to this day. In the 17th century, Spanish was the richest empire in the world. Every year, it gathered treasure from its colonies in South America, gold from Bolivia, silver from Mexico, emeralds from Colombia, and pearls from the Caribbean Sea. This treasure were loaded onto massive fleet known as a Spanish treasure fleet, which sailed from the New World to Europe. Among these ships was Nuestra Señora de Atocha, the jewel of the fleet and the most valuable of them all. It carries tons of gold, silver, and jewels worth millions at the time. In the summer of 1622, the ship set sail from Havana, Cuba, bound for Spain. The sky was clear, the sea calm, and the sailors joyful. They were returning home with a fortune beyond imagination. But within days, everything changed. A powerful hurricane struck the fleet near the coast of Florida. The winds were like swords, and the waves rose like walls. Atocha tried to withstand the storm, but the sea was stronger. It broke apart and sank into depth, taking with it more than 260 people and all treasures on board. The few survivors watched as it disappeared beneath the waves, the gold vanishing into darkness. After disaster, Spain sent many expeditions to find the ship. Divers, sailors, even prisoners were used in the search, but the sea was treacherous. They found small remains of the other ships, but Atocha stayed hidden. Years passed, and the treasure became legend. People spoke of it everywhere. Some said the sea swallowed it forever. Others believe part of the treasure reached Spain on another ship, and some whispers that a curse of the sea was guarding it. More than 350 years later, an American diver named Mel Fisher appeared. He believed the treasure still existed and dedicated his life to finding it. For 16 years, he dived, challenged the sea, followed old maps, and dreamed of the day he would find it. In 1985, the dream came true. They discovered the remains of the ship and its buried treasures, gold bars, silver sheets, emeralds, and royal jewelry. The recovered treasure was valued at over $400 million. By strategy, a large part of the treasure was still missing. Some say it was scattered by the sea. Others believe a small ship escaped with gold towards Spain or Portugal, and no one ever knew where it ended up. Even today, divers continue searching for the rest of the treasure. Every now and then, they find a new piece, but the sea refuses to give up all its secrets. Some see this story as a curse, others as a promise from the sea that some treasure are not meant for humankind but for the ocean alone. The story Nuestra Señora de Atocha shows us that greed can lead humans to glory or to doom. The gold sank, the people perished, but the dream lived on. Maybe the treasure still lies deep beneath the sea, or maybe part of it truly reached Spain. But one thing is certain, its story remains eternal, shining in the imagination of every adventurer who hears the call of the waves.